Alright, so what's up you guys, it's Sir Scrub here bringing you some more Scrub tier Yu-Gi-Oh! And in today's video we're going to be taking a look at some combos and test hands. I am doing this live with my boy at Casual Kiwi here. In the chat, I feel you my guy, I know it's kinda late getting over here too. As you guys can see, we didn't draw the best of hand right here, but we're going to play it out anyway. So starting off, we're just going to go ahead and risk it for the biscuit and Allure of Darkness. And since we drew the Master Cerberus, I'd probably just banish out the Darkness Metal because it's not that important. And then we'll go ahead and normal summon our Dark Worm, which is going to get us to our Gate 0 since we don't have the Spellbook engine. And we'll go ahead and activate the... I suppose we'll activate the Master Cerberus, which is going to pop itself and get us the next Jackal to hand, which we can then activate and pop itself to get the Master Cerberus on field. To special summons the Master Cerberus on field. And then we just link off the Master Cerberus and the Dark Worm into Electromite. Use the Electromite to get us to our Harmonizing Magician. Oh, wow, I just screwed that up. Do you guys see that? So we're going to pretend like that Harmonizing Magician's not there anymore. Misclicks are a bitch. They really need to fix that, because misclicks are a real thing. And then we're going to go ahead and activate the Mastery, adding Big Daddy Endymion to hand. Then we'll go ahead and activate the Jackal King, use Electromite to pop it, and add this Harmonizing back to hand and draw a card. Go ahead and activate the Secrets, getting us to a Blue Boy, because why not? For next turn, I suppose. Just thin the deck out a little more. Not face down. Come on now. Activate our Scales, and go ahead and Pendulum Summon for 3. We'll get the Jackal King and the Dark Worm, bring out the Harmonizing Magician, which is going to bring out the Purple Poison. Next we'll go ahead and activate Foolish, dump out, where is he at? Destrudo, which we're then going to summon using its own effect, targeting the Jackal King. We're then going to synchro the Jackal King and the Destrudo into the Meteor Burst, which is going to get the Gate 0 on board. Then we'll overlay into Absolute, wherever he may be. And then from here, where you go is really kind of up to you. I kind of screwed myself over putting the Harmonizing Magician, or excuse me, the Purple Poison right here. You really want to be careful where you put things, because where you put your cards can really fuck you over, as you guys saw there. I do that all the time because I'm scatterbrained. But if you put the Purple Poison right here and summon the Destrudo here, nothing changes except for the fact that now we can link the Absolute and the Electromite off for the Underclock Taker, which is going to get the Vortex Dragon out. So now we have that negate on board. And this is where I've kind of struggled, because I've thought about dropping like Abyss Dweller or Hope Harbinger for Decode Talker for this exact situation here, because from here you could link off the Dark Worm and the Underclock for Decode Talker, synchro off into Omega and rip a card out of your opponent's hand, and still in the worst kind of brick force your way into 2 disruptions. So that's just something you may want to think about. It's something that I may play test around with in the future. But yeah, as you can see, now you really just need to make Yugioh, but we've already banished the Darkness Metal Dragon, so Well, let's go ahead and shuffle it back up here and play another one out and see if we can get anything that's a little better. So yeah, we opened a lot better this time. We're gonna go ahead and, or not a lot better, but we opened playable somewhat. We're gonna go ahead and activate the terraforming, getting us to our citadel, which we're immediately gonna activate. We're gonna activate the foolish. Foolish is gonna dump Darkworm, which is gonna summon itself and get the gate 0 to hand. We're then going to go ahead and activate the Dragon Shrine, dumping out the... I suppose we'll dump Destrudo? I don't know. Kind of in a rough spot. Oh man, this is going to be so broken. Normal summon Harmonizing Magician because fuck my life, and then go ahead and link off into Electromite. Which is going to set up the... I suppose we'll get the boss Endymion. We really didn't draw that great. You don't want to see multiple graveyard dumping cards. They really kind of break your hand. Also, Citadel should be at 2 counters right now. Yeah, this really isn't that playable. I really don't like this. We'll go ahead and activate out the scale just to get you to 3. Hopefully we can draw into a Servant off of the Electromite and force our way into Yugioh, which can put a couple of negates on board at least. Yeah? Okay. We got a way to get to the Servant, which is better than nothing. Institution is going to let us remove counters from anywhere on board to search out any monster we can play spell counters on. So we're going to go ahead and bring the Servant to hand. Then we'll activate it, which is going to give Citadel another counter. We'll go ahead and activate the Monster Reborn, which is going to bring Destrudo out. Actually, we can put Destrudo here because Servant is a low scale, so we can just activate the boss Endymion, get another set of spell counters, and Pendulum Summon 2, being the Darkworm and the gate 0. And then we're going to use Servant's effect, removing 2 counters from it and 1 counter from Citadel to summon itself. And I suppose we will summon... let's go ahead and summon another boss Endymion because I love that card. And then we will just go ahead and link off into Yugioh. 2, 3, 4 for Yugioh. I don't know what we're going to do with that gate 0 just yet, but I want it there for some reason. Oh, my back is real itchy. Yugioh's going to resolve to... I suppose we'll take the Mastery? Yeah, I suppose we'll take the Mastery. Just because it can give us, you know, multiple spell counters. Which we'll go ahead and activate. The activation is going to give that one, and then its effect is going to give it another. And I suppose we'll just search out another Servant for next turn. Or really, I'm just going to try and force my way into being able to summon this one from the scale. Then we're going to go ahead and link Destrudo off into LP. LP's going to do its thing, getting us out the Darkness Metal. Darkness Metal is going to revive the Destrudo. We're going to link into Agarpain, which is going to get the Abyss. And then we link them off into Flash Charge, just like usual, wherever he may be. And what do we do? So if we activate the Servant, that's only going to put that at 5. We could get Destrudo back, I suppose, and let me see something. Oh, so Meteor Burst can just summon the Endymion straight from the... Okay, so yeah, we'll just use Destrudo targeting the gate 0. And synchroing off into the Meteor Burst, because Meteor Burst doesn't specify any specific type that it has to summon, so it can just summon our Endymion for us. And then we'll just activate out the Servant just to get another counter there. So even with that not so great hand, we still kind of forced our way into 3 disruptions. Not to mention you could just overlay the Endymion and the Meteor Burst for like Flare Metal or Absolute and link them off into Underclock Taker if you really wanted to, or to get the Vortex, but you might as well just stay with the Endymion on board. I mean, Vortex is an Omni Negate, so it's really however you want to play it out, but we kind of forced our way into a better hand there. I think we'll play out one more test hand and then we'll end the highlight and get back to the normal stream. Oh, why am I itching so bad, you guys? Oh boy, not the greatest hand here either. Why is this deck just not cooperating with me today? Well, let's hope our spellbook engine can fix all that. Yeah, right? It's crazy. Like I said, man, as soon as I saw this deck, it brought back so many fond memories for me, you know, from childhood and things like that. I love it. And, you know, as a budget player, it's so easy to get into Yu-Gi-Oh right now. It's crazy. So now we have the combo. We've got the Servant, we've got the Shrine. We're going to activate the Institution, which is going to give Servant a counter. We're going to activate the Shrine, which is going to dump out the Dark Worm. Unfortunately, we drew the Gate 0, which we could have just easily searched, so that's not the greatest. But, you know, it is what it is. And then we'll go ahead and just activate out the Scale, getting the 3rd counter on you, and summon you. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and just get the Boss Endymion out, just so we have something that can potentially negate. Because we can just use these 2 here for Electromite. Electromite is going to get us to I think I'll actually use the the Master Cerberus, because it doesn't look like we're going to be able to Pendulum Summon anyway. We don't have any Pendulum cards in hand, so fuck it. We're going to use Electromite to pop the Scale, add the Master Cerberus back to hand, and then draw a card. Another secret. Woohoo! Another dead card. Then we're going to activate the Master Cerberus, use its effect, which is going to give the Institution 2 counters, which is going to then search us out the Jackal, which we can then... So Jackal King can't summon itself, unfortunately, but we can still pop you, get you 2 more counters, and get the Master Cerberus out. There he is. And then I believe... So, I mean, Master Cerberus can't negate cards, but we do have a negate in the form of Endymion, and we've got the Ash Blossom in hand. You could also special summon the Draco using its effect and link into Saryuja, and I hope you draw into a card to go into the Guard Dragon engine. But that's really up to player preference. I would probably just, actually just leave the Jackal King in hand in a real duel, just to kind of make a comeback play next turn. So that way this would kind of be your ending board. But we still technically do have 2 pieces of disruption between the Endymion himself and the Ash Blossom. So it's really up to you. For those that are watching this highlight, I really do appreciate it and hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know Pendulum decks are kind of have a higher skill ceiling,